Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids, Ultimate and Blasters, and put your hands together because it's time for Who Will Fail? YouTube's favorite show. And it's just an absolute fact, whether you like it or not. Holy cow, thank you guys so much. Whale or Fail is going to be more important now than ever before. Galaxy is trying some really funky stuff. We got some new multiple login calendars, big PSA. Even if you aren't spending money, stick around for at least the next 30 seconds to a minute to make sure you don't miss out on some massive free-to-play stuff. And the big question I've been getting for the past week, is the Conquest Pass worth it? And I got a lot of cents in my pocket I want to share with CG in regards to this next upcoming Conquest that we have. And I want to talk briefly about the Omicrons, the new ability coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and making sure you stay on top of it. So let's start this off by talking about some free-to-play accessible stuff. I know! Here we go. Multiple login calendars. Firstly, welcome CG to 2021. You've been behind on the mobile gaming genre. Now you're just kind of slowly catching up, but you're not quite caught up to speed, as we're going to talk about. Everybody, I don't care if you haven't spent a single cent on this game, make sure you're going to the game and getting this. I think it's really wacky. They're making you go in to manually claim free bonus login reward stuff. So you need to go ahead, make sure you click on that. And as you see, you got a November bonus calendar login reward, which is going to be happening simultaneously to the normal login rewards we get every single month. And this is going to work differently, unlike the other pay-to-play packs. So let's take a little peek. Zoom them on in. Let me show you what we got cooking here. It's free stuff, okay? It's free stuff. This isn't going to really change your game fundamentally here, but it's some crystals. It's an extra Zeta. Free stuff. It's free stuff. Not going to complain. I wish they would do a little bit more. You know, let's open up that nozzle a little bit. Would have been great to see some Mark V stun guns. Hey, but they're just getting started. So make sure you log into the game and make sure you click on that free button, and it's going to automatically open it, but you're not going to get everything right now. The countdown starts the second you open it. However, do keep in mind that these rewards do not persist. So with the other packs that we have, or let's say you missed a day, you can still make sure you get all the rewards for the other pay-to-play login rewards. This stuff, you got to make sure you log in every day, because by the end of the November month, you won't be able to redeem the leftover stuff in November once we hit December. So make sure you open it today and make sure you start collecting it moving forward. We're going to come back to these login calendar packs. There's actually one more that you're not seeing right here that we're going to pull up inside the data mine. But we got to talk about the boogeyman in the room. Conquest. Yes. Con-Quest. It really sucks to say, but you know that whole saying, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. That's Conquest for you. And then I guess CG by some other aspect. And there we go. That's our bonus login calendar. Let's go ahead and claim that stuff real quick here. Conquest. We have a new Conquest Pass. Conquest is starting in about 3.5 hours from now, and I want to make sure I get this out for you guys. Conquest started off great, free to play, accessible. It was actually fun to maybe spend money to make characters viable for that game mode. And we slowly saw them pull away, make it grinder, make it worse. And they keep saying, we're hearing your feedback. They don't give a crap about your feedback. I'm sorry to say, anytime you're moving forward, if you hear a developer saying, oh, we're listening to your feedback, they're listening, but they don't care. And now they're just trying to monetize the frustration that they intentionally caused that we saw this year. So I'm going to put that out there before you start willy-nilly spending money in this game. And I'm going to try to be as objective as possible moving forward now. Let's take a look at what Conquest has going on here. So firstly, big shout out to SWGOH events. They did a little data mine that pulled up all of the stuff in regards to Conquest. They're showing us all the rewards that we're getting. And again, subject to change, things could change here. All right, now I'm going to leave a link down below in the video description if you want to see this graphic yourself. SWGOH events put together what the base rewards are looking like when you do your normal progression throughout Conquest and you claim your milestone rewards. And they also show you the premium rewards and how many key cards you need to hit that certain tier of the premium rewards to claim those variety of things. Now, the premium rewards, you need to kind of clarify how this is going to work. So you got your freebie stuff, the normal milestone reward that you guys are used to seeing at this point. Then after that, you got the $10 Conquest Pass. And that all it does is unlock a second tier of rewards that you see up at top. It's gonna have a variety of Maul shards, it's gonna have a variety of Boba Fett side of Django shards, also some Omicrons included in it, as well as some gear associated with it. But you won't be able to redeem it all unless you climb as far as possible. And this is for the Conquest hard mode path that we're seeing right over here. And then there's so much confusion. They made this a lot more confusing than it should be. Then you got the $30 pass, which is called the Conquest Pass Plus. Has the same exact Conquest Pass rewards that we saw, the bonus, but premium rewards, but it comes with a few extra benefits, and I thought this is pretty funny. They actually have updated this since they made their video, since they made their road ahead a while ago. Originally, the Conquest Pass was only supposed to give 25% stamina regeneration and 25% Conquest energy regeneration, and they also added some more additional rewards on top of it. However, if you come back over to the game, they altered the deal a little bit. Now, instead of 25% Conquest energy regeneration, they're giving 33% energy regeneration, and they're sticking to the 25% stamina regeneration. And as we see, we're getting some Chirotechs, which really are only about $5 for every 25 Chirotechs. That's $10 of value right there, giving you a variety of consumables that you can throw in there. It looks like the Frenzy, which is probably one of the better consumables that you can get inside of Galaxy Heroes. And they're also throwing in a purple data disc. They heard your feedback that we're not seeing enough of them, so why don't you just buy it? And it looks pretty good too, not gonna lie. Here we go. It's called, I believe, the War of Attrition. Once per turn, whenever a debuff expires on an enemy, all enemies lose 4% turn. So it's a pretty nice one. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty nice data disc. Hopefully you can still access it free to play, but the way the data discs have worked, good luck trying to find it. I think I've maybe gotten 2 purple data discs in the past several months here or so. So the question is really at this point, is the $10 pass worth it? You got to ask yourself, how far are you going to go? Because the pass is only going to be worth it, really, if you can complete the full entire progression tier here. If you don't care about the Maul shards, might not be worth it for you, because you're not really getting enough gear to really justify that $10 price point. It's really cutting short. It's only a few nibbles of pieces here and there. But nonetheless, if you care about the Maul and Boba Fett shards and extra access to the Omicrons, which we'll talk about towards later in this video here, the $10 pass might be worth it at that point. But if you're someone doing hard mode and you can't even get close to the end tier, it's probably not even worth it. You're paying them for you to work towards the rewards. Think about it. It seems a little perverse if you ask me. You're paying them money, and there's a chance you might not even get the stuff because you couldn't progress as far as you could. So there might be a chance you pay money, and you're going to get maybe $1 of value out of it. But if you're someone that makes it a long way, hey, getting the Boba Fett shards, getting the Maul shards, it's going to save you the Conquest tickets needed to purchase them otherwise. And the other way of thinking about it, the Maul shards, if you're behind on Maul, you can get 30 batches, you can get 30 shards of Maul, which is a nice chunk of change. But do keep in mind this, if you buy the Conquest Pass, the $9.99 or the $30 one for that matter, it's not going to allow you to unlock Boba Fett's Sign of Django earlier than anyone else. However, it will give you wiggle room in case you fall short on some crates, in case you want to save the Conquest tickets for other stuff inside the Conquest store. That's the benefit of buying this. So the $9.99 pass, if you're someone that thinks you can make it far, and you really need the Maul shards, or you want to make sure you have some wiggle room for the Boba Fett Sign of Django, I'd say it's worth it in terms of the Galaxy of Heroes economy. For me, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it. As long as I can complete Conquest like I could before, I'm probably going to stick to the normal track. But however, the only reason I'm looking at this is because I don't really know how the Omicrons, I'm calling them Nomicrons right now, how accessible the Omicrons are going to be in the game. So I might buy it simply to get a little bit of wiggle room for Boba Fett's Side of Django, for the Omicrons. Those are really the only two things I'm looking at. It's not a crazy value, though, in my opinion. Conquest Pass Plus. Now, here's what they're trying to get you. They got you dipping your toe in the lake if you buy that $9.99 pass. What's stopping you from going to the $30 pass? Now, keep in mind, it's only for 2 weeks of Conquest. It's not like for the we look at Conquest in batches of 3. So 1.5, 2 months worth of Conquest, or 3 months, however you want to look at it. This Conquest Pass is for just one set of Conquest. So if we're looking at a batch of 3, you want to spend $90 on the Conquest Pass Plus? Now, I'm going to make sure I look at it objectively, but I don't want to pay CG for visually representing how they ruined their own game mode before our eyes this year. And they don't care about your feedback at the end of the day. So I am for sure not going to buy the Conquest Pass Plus, but I have had people ask me, can I do it so I can show you what the benefits are? I might do for the second Conquest, but I really don't want to buy this pass. I don't want to pay CG for intentionally thing up their game mode this year. Why do we bleep myself? I didn't even say a bad word in that situation right there. But here, let's just look at this objectively for a moment. You're already spending $10 to get the premium rewards. So you got to factor that into the Conquest Pass Plus. So think about it as $10 of that 30 is for premium rewards. Is there an extra $20 of value on top of that? If you're someone that's maybe paying someone else to play your game, because think about it, there's a lot of people paying other people to play Conquest from. That's how bad they messed up this game mode this year. It's a little bit cheaper from what I could see to maybe buy this and do it yourself. This is basically all the quality of life stuff we asked for inside of a pass. They heard the feedback, but they're going to monetize all that stuff that you guys want. Making energy come in a little bit faster, stamina regeneration a little bit faster. It's going to allow you to swap out data discs for no cost. And those are really the three main benefits that you're getting. But you are getting some consumables. You're getting about $10 worth of Chirotech. So if you really want to factor the Chirotech in, you're looking at now, what's the last $10 really? First $10 is premium rewards. Second $10 is Chirotech, which really that's not incentivizing me at this point. But if we're looking at it that way, what's the last third? It's really extra Conquest energy regeneration, the stamina regeneration, the no data disc cost swapping, and some of the frenzy tech, that purple data disc. And that's going to come down to a personal evaluation for you guys. For me, it's not. But if you're someone really struggling, you want to get more of those shards, Boba Fett Sign of Django's looking like a Territory War Galactica legend character, as we talked about in his kit reveal Woggle. So he's a serious character. If you're someone that wants to make sure you're staying up to speed as much as possible, maybe this is going to be for you. But if you're someone that's already been able to complete the pass through Conquest, they promised more or less that Conquest should still be manageable even without this pass. Time will tell. We're going to find out this next Conquest cycle. For me, I don't see value in this. And I think at the end of the day, I just don't want to reward them for effing up their game mode before our eyes this year and lying to us. When they're not lying, they listen to our feedback. They just don't care about your feedback. And the feedback we wanted, for them to listen, they monetize it. So it's more of a principle matter for me right here. I think they are missing the gun, missing the boat here with how they can really monetize Conquest, bring in the quality of life. And there's ways to maybe make a valuable Conquest pass that would incentivize people to buy because it's got actual good value associated with it. I don't want to pay them because they messed up their game mode at the end. That's where my main problem comes to. So for me, it's a little disgusting, but I understand how some of you guys want to buy it. But ask yourselves, is that actually going to help you make it further in Conquest? It's going to maybe save you more time, maybe a bit more headache, because I know the frustrations involved with Conquest. For me, I'm just going to take the full 2 weeks. If you guys want to see it live in action, I can maybe do it the next Conquest, but I want to see how I could do it right now. If I could do it like usual, take the full 2 weeks, whatever, and call it a day. For me personally, I don't want to spend money on this stuff here. But CG, let's get some more value associated with these packs here. Right now, it feels bare minimum, and you're just monetizing the quality of life that we wanted to see. Let's get back to the login reward calendar. There's a lot of people asking, are these worth it? So as you see, we already claimed our free November bonus login calendar, as well as the normal login. Let's go ahead and click on Find More Calendars and evaluate these last few packs that we have here. CG, there's this... I know you guys know some business. I mean, you guys made over $1 billion. Congratulations, by the way, for milking really the only decent Star Wars game that's on the market right now for the time being. There's this thing called time value of money. People want the stuff. If you're giving me a certain amount of stuff, I'd rather have it now than 30 days from now, unless you can really incentivize what you're putting in this pack here. So we have the first thing here, Core Gear Calendar. Asking for $14.99. Long story short, without getting too mathematical and the value of all this stuff here, if you do want a login calendar, this one might be the best one. I'm not buying it. I'm going to show you why. If you want to see more details on this calendar, click on this right here. Now, unlike the free-to-play November login calendar, which makes a little sense, this isn't tied to a month. This Core Gear calendar, as well as these other ones, the rewards persist until all rewards are claimed. Raid Shadow Legends does this. Marvel Strike Force does this. So let's say you took a week off. You're not going to miss out on a week of rewards in the pay-to-play packs that you have here, and that's good to know. Secondly, here's my problem with it. Yes, technically, if you total all the gear, it's going to surpass the $14.99 threshold, but they had this thing with, they just want to sprinkle a few things through. They don't want to actually give you some meaningful value to really move your roster forward. And what I mean by this is they're really only giving you 36 of these, 36 of these, 36 pretty much everything. And what's the problem with 36? It doesn't lead to anything. It's only part of a gear. A stun gun requires 50 of these, as well as 50 Carbonti. Well, 36 doesn't do you anything. Well, luckily we got the rewards reworked for the daily challenges. So yes, eventually you'll get a batch of 50, but I really feel like if you're gonna make us wait 30 days for something, I think there should be more value. Maybe do 10 pieces of gear every single day. The only upside is if you're someone that doesn't like people spending money to get an advantage, I don't really see a major advantage with this right here. If this is maybe $5, okay, we might be talking at that point. 15, I don't know. So either you got to drop the price, in my opinion, for more value, or increase the gear. I don't know, 30 days to wait for this. Not really my cup of tea, but if you do want to spend money on these login counters, kind of get a feel for them, this one might be the best. And next up, we have the Relic Trinket Calendar, asking for a price of, Gary, zoom them on in, $19.99. Again, same problems as before. Is there actual value associated with it? Just like before, rewards will persist. So if you miss a day, you will not miss out on any of these rewards. Unlike the Conquest Pass, if you can't get to the tier, sorry, out of luck. Thanks for the money. Bye-bye. See you next Conquest cycle. Here, they claim that this is meant to help bump your characters up to Relic 5, not your full roster. Really, it's meant to really help you get to one character, to Relic 5, more or less. Is there value? For me, I'm really only looking at maybe the Carbonite circuit boards. Those things are a grind. I called that out. When Relics first came, I'm like, watch, Carbonite circuit boards are going to become in demand one day. And then you got the signal data. That might be worth it. Really, other than that, I don't see myself spending $20 on this. If they threw in maybe some Zimbital cards at that point, or Rhodium heat sinks, we might be talking a different game. Or maybe if they double these rewards or drop the price down a bit. For me personally, at the end of the day, it's those Carbonite circuit boards that might be the hardest to get. Bronzium wiring, not really a big problem for me. Chromium transistors, not too big of a problem if you follow my Ugnaught trick that I showcased many moons ago. The signal data and really just the Carbonite circuit boards might be the only thing appealing to me. $19.99, not really for me. And again, you're not getting it right now. You're getting over a span of 30 days. It's gonna be a pass for me, but if you buy it, I'm not gonna put you to shame. This one, I am gonna put you to shame. If you buy, can we just get the fail sound effect? Or give me, yeah, this is pure and utter trash. But it is interesting for one reason only. Omicrons, that's gonna be our last point of conversation here. Omicrons, here in the game, we haven't had a character that had him yet, or we can't use them yet. But Harrison Duel is gonna be one of the first characters, or one of the characters, to be getting Omicron upgrades. And we've been speculating maybe this upgrade will allow you to bring in the last Phoenix character, which is usually Sabine, into Territory Wars. So a team of 6, which isn't too unheard of. We have plenty of those, of Mo Money Mothma, as well as Geonosians, but the valuation of this is trash. Phoenix are such an accessible team in this game. This beginning of this year, we tried out the new free-to-play farming changes. We got Phoenix to 7 stars, I think, in like 1 or 2 weeks. It's not that hard. And then you're only getting, I believe, 28 shards of Ezra, 28 shards of Hera, 28 of Kanan. If it was a different faction, maybe. $20 is too much for something like this. Again, if this is a pack right now, not even for Phoenix, but if it was like maybe for Bad Batch, maybe. But over 30 days, no. You guys are charging normal pack prices for making us wait a lot longer. I believe another pack or two inside the data mines. Thank you, SWGH events, for being on top of this. I don't see it because I'm way past level 60, but we got a few additional packs. So you have this mega ability materials calendar, which I do not see. Maybe it's coming a different day. Maybe it's only for certain players. Holy cow. Talk about getting, let's just say, yellow rain driplets from the developers on this one. Wow, 30,000 credits. Thank you so much for your generosity, CG. For it looks like $10. Please pass on this. And we have 2 more packs here. Login counters, man, they're really experimenting. These are just not a hit for me. Galactic strategy calendar. Wow, CG, you are so generous. I'm gonna pay you how much? $5 for 50,000 credits. No, wait, we gotta bump up these rookie numbers here, with relics being more expensive to upgrade, mods being expensive to slice. This is a pass for me as well. And there's one more Padawan level up calendar. Now this is a little bit interesting. This is meant to help new players get to level 60 in the span of, how many days do we have here? In the span of, it looks like 30 days that we have here for $10. Here's the thing. It's, if you have to wait 30 days to get to level 60, you might as well just do it free to play. It's not that hard to get to level 60 in this game. The hard part is really getting from like level 60 to level 85. And they're asking for $10 for this pack. The credits really aren't worth it. Training droids aren't really a material problem unless you're someone that's just going all willy-nilly on your roster. Me personally, if I was a new player like I was earlier this year on my second account, $10, not quite worth it. Maybe they're doing some gear, some extra ability, the good ability materials. We might be talking, but it's not that hard to get to level 60 in this game. The problem is going from level 60 to level 85. And last up on our list, we got to talk about the Omicrons. Now, you can't really do much of these guys right now, but you can start farming them through the Cantina table. And the reason why I'm going to show you this is it's becoming very difficult to farm these on the Cantina battles table. But they did say that majority of these Omicrons are going to be farmed on the galactic challenges that we're going to be getting on a weekly basis, as well as we saw inside of Conquest. The free path, the premium pass will have also extra ones, but you can also get them through the Cantina farming. And this is me farming since, I believe, Friday, Thursday, whenever the update came out, which is about 4 or 5 days ago at this point. And some days I went crazy, even during the stream, to show the poor drop rates. I got one. So point being, I'm putting out there, Shard Shop currency is going to be important now more than ever. If you haven't been doing so, use your Shard Shop currency. Open up your Bronzium packs to get Shard Shop currency for gear. The Shard Shop is becoming a lot more valuable. And for me personally, I got tons of Shard Shop currency. So just putting it out there. These are going to start showing up in the weekly shipments every single week. And if you're someone that's not as worried about gear, but you want to make sure you're staying on top of this, make sure you're buying them right now. No other way to really buy them pay to play except through that premium pass. But you know, CG, they're not gonna let that stick around for much longer. And ladies and gentlemen, Gungs and Droids, that's gonna wrap it up for today. We'll talk about more about these Omicrons a different day, but until then, just know it's great to be in the Empire today. Hopefully I was able to help you with some Conquest Pass analyses, as well as the login calendar, some interesting stuff. So Whale or Fail is gonna be your go-to if you want an honest approach to the packs inside of Star Wars Galaxy. So everyone, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming out to the biggest and deadliest Star Destroyer and YouTube's favorite show. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone. Woo! You gotta end the stream, bud.